Hey everyone, welcome to another match of Temur Delver. Today we are playing blue-white Thing in the Ice, or just blue-white control, or some variant of blue-white stuff. This is match 1 of 3. I don't know what order I'm posting them all up today, but this might be the first one, the second one, or the third one that I've posted up of Temur Delver. Keep in mind, I'm going to be doing 4 more weeks of this. Going into different variants of Temur Delver and posting up matches along the way. So I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Our opening hand was okay. We have a threat, we have a bunch of permission, lands, it's balanced. I would have liked to have one more threat, but it's better than nothing. I always like it when our opponent plays a land that I don't see often in Modern. It gets me all skittish. We go for our island and we play our Temur. We have backup for it, so we can protect the queen in this instance. Alright, our opponent is having a slow start. That's exactly what I want to see. We're on the tempo game, right? We're at the tempo strategy. So if our opponent is anti-tempoing them, they're negatively tempoing themselves by having a land that comes in tapped and they can't do anything because of it, I'm okay with it. We see no sign of life here, so we're gonna tar fire our opponent, make our Temur bigger, start seriously putting a clock on them, and we have no reason to do anything else. I'd much rather have mana leak and force negation up to protect our Temur. Fogbank. I don't think I've seen Fogbank since casual, but you know what? It is going to slow us down. So I'm going to get rid of it. Opt, sure. That Fogbank is going to the graveyard. Yes, it is. Alright. And our Temur gets bigger for it. Perfect. Now I feel it's the time to play Serum Visions, Hooting Mandrills. That's all good. Alright. Interesting. Probably gonna get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, so our opponent is going to give their creature some hexproof. That's fine. I'm not going to fight that one. I'm going to attack in with for 5 anyway and see what they do. They take it like a champ. Alright. Well, then I'm just going to play my Hooting Mandrills. And yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alright, so our opponent didn't do much there. We don't know what we're playing yet. Grafdigger's Cage, Surgical Extraction, yeah, maybe, because we might be playing something that's combo-ish. But we don't know yet. What else could we bring in here? And there's not much since we didn't see much, right? So we get rid of our Thought Scours and that's that. This hand is good enough to be a keep. We have 2 lands or a threat. Again, very similar to the first game. Actually, this seems like a repeat of the first game, apart from the card composition. So, almost certainly got a Serum Visions here. Okay. I do kind of want to land. But I keep it on the bottom. That's interesting. I mean, you can win games with just 2 lands, but some, third helps. Thing in the Ice. So I didn't really think about Thing in the Ice. I mean, who would have, realistically? Thing in the Ice is going to be a problem. Now you all know when Thing in the Ice comes in with 4 counters on it. Every time our opponent casts an instant or sorcery, a counter gets removed. And when it has none, it flips into some 7/8 dumb creature that then returns all non-horror creatures to their controllers or their opponent's hands. It's kind of like a pseudo board wipe, and it's kind of brutal because it's a 7/8, so you can't really get rid of it with damage-based removal. So our opponent's going to counter our Tarfire. Sure. I mean, they need an excuse to remove a counter from it, so that's fair. Force of Negation. Our Delver flips. That's pretty good. It's good to put some pressure, but realistically, Thing in the Ice is going to be a big problem. So here I'm going to surgically extract Muddled Mixture. Really only to get Stormwing Entity onto the battlefield. So it's kind of a poor way to do it. But I'm thinking here, okay, I need to speed up. I need to speed up as quickly as possible. So I'm taking a look at their hand. They've got some annoying cards in there. So yeah, top seems to make sense. Again, it's essentially just a clock at this point. I mean, there's not much we can do here. Yeah, I don't really want any of these at the moment. So we're gonna attack in potentially for a lot of damage if we decide to cast Tarfire here. Okay. So we get fogged. Very annoying. Again, when decks play cards like that, I would just feel that they are trying to drag out the game as long as possible for them to do whatever dirtily thing they want to do here. In the case of Thing in the Ice, I think that's pretty legitimate because you do want to wait for it to flip. And of course, casting the spell also causes it to remove a counter. So let's see what else our opponent has here. So now we are going to Stubborn Denial that. Almost certainly I'm going to Stubborn Denial it. Get our Storing Entity to grow to 4 so that Ferocious becomes active. And we hope our opponent does not have another spell. They do not. This is where I would Tarfire. Good. Alright, so this is going to be a big turn. Only problem is they are most likely going to flip their Thing in the Ice. Not yet. They're going to wait for our turn. Smart. So, I mean, at this point, there's no reason to commit anymore, essentially. Chrono goes down to 4. You know, the less spells we play, the less they have to answer. And it kind of slows everything down. But they finally got a spell to play, so it doesn't really matter. So now we see the 7/8 that comes onto the battlefield, or at least appears on the battlefield. So I'm going to Force of Negation that Mizzium Skin, or Mizzium Skin, whatever it is. But all our cards are going back to our hand, unfortunately. All our creatures. Boom, we're going to go down to 4, and yeah. Now we're going to go down to 3. We're going to play Tarmogoyf, and I think I'm going to be putting down... Yeah, that's flipping next turn. Don't think we have enough here. But I'm giving it the old college try. So, Hooting Mandrills and the Delver of Secrets. Delver can chump their stupid 7/8. Now keep in mind, they can't go all in, right? So now we have a bunch of creatures on the battlefield that they need to worry about, because we can chump block their dumb 7/8, and we can even chump block their homunculus there. Fog Bank, for Christ's sake. And again, in theory, we block everything and then we just kill them. All we need to do is deal 4 damage. We have a 4/5 Tarmogoyf, we have a 4/4 Hooting Mandrills. So here I blocked the homunculus because, I mean, like, they need to cast 2 spells to boost it enough to kill Tarmogoyf. Worst case, they cast 1 spell, and yeah. I did GG there because I thought they just typed that now. They clearly didn't, but whatever. I'm not really paying attention to chat. I actually don't like to chat on MTGO. So Hooting Mandrills comes... I mean, actually, this is not that bad, actually. If we could cast this Hooting Mandrills as well and not damage our Tarmogoyf's size, it's actually pretty good. So the question is, do we have any clear form of attack? We do not. We actually do need to cast Hooting Mandrills. Yeah, we might have to shrink our Tarmogoyf to... We might have to shrink it by 1, unfortunately, but I think it's going to be worth it overall. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is good. So, usually when Thing in the Ice comes into flips, I mean, it's game over on a lot of games, but this game we've actually stuck to it. Kind of happy. I'm proud to see my Temur Delver deck hang on and deal with a dumb 7/8. Now, the question is, what do we do if Delver flips? Delver doesn't flip, so I guess it's kind of helping us out here. It's a stalemate right now in terms of, I mean, we don't need to attack. They don't, in theory, need to attack. But we have access to red, so we can start dealing them some damage. So here I'm deciding, you know what? Forget it. I'm going all in. Because I figure they are going to block Hooting Mandrills with a 7/8. Block the other Hooting Mandrills with the Fog Bank. We're gonna see. Yeah, that's not enough. That's what I thought. Okay. Good, good, good. There was no way to win that one. So this is one of those games where you just wait. There's nothing stopping us from waiting. Let's see what Delver reveals. Lightning Bolt is perfect. Perfect. Now this is an attack all. Attack with everything. Yeah. We just need to deal 1 damage. So attack with everything. And worst case, if something happens I didn't see, I bolt him and I cast Storming Entity and I still have something to back us up. So that's that. That's what our opponent decides to do. As long as they don't actually have anything else to say about it, they are dead. Alright, we got there. Not often I get to survive a flip Thing in the Ice, but we managed to survive it here, all thanks to all of our creatures that we had. If we didn't have the Delver Secrets and the Tarmogoyf and the Hooting Mandrills to kind of keep us at bay and stop our opponent from swinging with a 7/8, I mean, obviously it would have been game over. And that's really the downside of Thing in the Ice, is that, you know, it's a 7/8, but it has no evasions, nothing special apart from that, so it's cool to have a nice big creature, but if it doesn't have evasion, then it's going to get chump blocked by whatever, dumb little creatures all day long. And that's almost what happened here. They didn't even get to swing with their Thing in the Ice, which is... I think they got 1 swing in and that was it. So, yeah, I think again this was a nice demonstration of how Temur Delver deals with these types of decks. I mean, they provide unique challenges, and Temur Delver often stands up to those challenges and has the appropriate answers. Unless you're extremely unlucky, which happens to me all the time. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter. All that stuff really helps me out a lot. Plus, you stay up to date with everything that I'm doing, all the giveaways, all the other content that I'm putting out. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check out the link in the description. We appreciate your support there. Have a good one.